All right, hello everybody. My name is Jason High. I am the academic videographer in the Division of Extended Learning here on campus at SUNY Oswego. And this is a short little presentation entitled Lights, Camera, Learning, How to Prepare for Your Video Shoot. We're going to talk about some certain things that you can do to kind of improve your self-made videos that you may produce for some of your classes. Part of my services here on campus, I shoot course introductions with faculty primarily for their online courses, as well as if they want to drop it in their face-to-face platform in Brightspace, they're free to do that as well. Course introductions, a certain instructor bios I do specifically on them, their background, their educational journey, and how they ended up here at SUNY Oswego. And I also shoot a couple course lectures, but in a certain different way with a different tool that we offer here on campus. I do not go to classrooms. There's a certain tool that I'll talk about later on in this presentation that we use that's becoming more popular, and I'll touch on that in a minute. So some of the topics we're going to cover today is lighting, some of the things that you're going to need to do to help you improve the lighting in your room or in your office, just to make yourself look vibrant, visually appealing to your students in the videos that you're going to produce. The height of your camera, something you might not think about, just some tips on how to improve that. So a couple different audio selections if instead of just using your laptop microphone, you want to enhance your audio a little bit. I have a couple little sample products that are offered on Amazon and elsewhere that you might be interested in purchasing if you really want to enhance your audio. Some computer settings and adjustments, and also the wardrobe. Some of the things you're going to wear as you sit down in front of the camera to present yourself to your students. So like the previous slide said, we're going to touch on lighting first. Lighting tip number one is avoid windows being behind you. And what that does is the camera sees that and it really highlights and illuminates the light. In this case, the natural light, the sunlight behind this gentleman. What it does is it counterbalances and it'll drop the video level of this person sitting in front of their desk laptop or whatever camera that they're using at this time. You want to illuminate yourself in a proper way, and this is definitely not the way to do that. Instead, like this gentleman is doing, turn yourself 180 degrees. So spin your laptop around, turn your chair around. Let that natural light be your key light or your main source of light that will illuminate you and will eliminate yourself from being backlit. Um, as you can see, there's no dark patches on this person's face. He's illuminated very well. He has a nice colorful backdrop. That's not blasting hot with sunlight. Looks very even from the gentleman to the background. So use the natural light to your advantage if you can. Another lighting tip is never use your computer monitor as your light source to illuminate yourself. Um, Currently, I'm in my basement, but I have every single room light on imaginable. As you can see, the background and myself, they're evenly lit. In this gentleman's case, the computer light or the computer screen is giving off a color temperature of 5,600 Kelvin, which is exactly what it is outside, what the sunlight gives off. And it's fighting with the room lights in his basement or wherever this room is. Those are also at 3,200 Kelvin. So the major difference in color temperature are clashing against each other. That's why this person is blue, because it's not color balanced properly because of the two color temperatures fighting against each other. This person reminds me of Violet Beauregarde from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. She's actually purple in the movie because she ate a grape. But you use your camera, your monitor light as your key source, you're going to look like violet. Something that you can do to enhance the lighting is simply clip a ring light on either around your cell phone here and the person on the left, or clip it onto your laptop and use that as your natural key light source compared to your computer light, or the monitor light, excuse me. So ring lights became obviously more popular during the pandemic as we were all home. We were kind of in lockdown. We couldn't really leave our homes. So people went out, purchased um, ring lights from Amazon. There's a lot of various sizes, qualities. The selection has grown and grown. Prices range from a cheap one being $20 to more expensive ones being upwards of $150, maybe a little bit more. There's a great selection on Amazon. I just looked, and B&H is also a great option as well. They are kind of a photography store warehouse in New York City. We have an account in extended learning through them. We also have an account through the marketing team at Oswego. Their selection is fabulous for ring lights and cameras. My camera is from there, my tripod's there, all my lighting gear is from there. They're great with shipping, customer service. They work well with our secretaries who order all our stuff for us. I recommend B&H. It's a simple bnh.com. It'll take you right there. You can get ring lights, no problem right there. They're in high demand as well. So as you can see, ring lights held over 39% of the market in 2021. Demands for ring lights topped 6.9 billion worldwide in 2021. They're being used all over the world. In 2021, sales in India grew by almost 50%, partly because of the pandemic, the global pandemic that we had. Um, Japan leads the East Asian market with a share of 54.5%. Germany holds over 22% of the European market. Very popular in Germany. Lighting tip number 4. You can't use the natural light and it's kind of dim. This person maybe was at a conference or in a hotel room. Looks like they moved their hotel light to a different location to kind of enhance themselves to give it more of a key light on their face. So especially if the room light is directly over the person's head, it may be casting shadows on their eyes, under their nose. You bring an additional light source in, that'll fill in the areas under their eyes, their nose, maybe their chin, and give it a more naturally even look. So if you could bring in any extra light source to help you out and enhance your lighting quality, I would go ahead and do that. Excuse me, my throat's getting a little dry. The height of your camera and framing is very important. Try to have your camera at eye level, avoid the up and nose shot. Um, when you're talking to your students, you're talking to them on a face-to-face level in the classroom. You want to continue that at home as well. So you want your camera, if you can, at eye level. Try to keep that your eyes at maybe 3/4 of the screen. Mine's nearly there. Maybe there's a little bit more headroom that I should avoid, like that. You don't want to be talking down to your students. You want to talk to them on eye level. Um, no one wants to see anything in your nose, or it's just very unappealing. So try to avoid that if you can. How to improve the height of your camera and your framing. This person used their laptop case and a towel. Currently, I'm in my basement. I'm on my couch right here in a quiet space. I have 2 large pillows under this laptop right now. If I didn't, it would probably look something like this. But I raised the height of my laptop so I'm looking directly at my camera, and my eye level is where it needs to be. So raise the height of your computer to make it more of an eye level camera shot for you. Framing, we talked about the height of the camera. Framing is also very important. You don't want to be too far away because this person's eye level is nearly at 50% of the frame. Also, that will it'll deter it won't give you good quality audio because you're so far away, especially if you're using your laptop. You want to be able to communicate properly, have a nice distance between you and your laptop so the audio is crisp and clear and the students can hear you in the video that you're recording. The shot here in the middle, the woman's eye level is at 3/4, just like mine is. She has a very limited headroom, and I have a little bit in my camera shot as well. That's where you want to be. Just a medium shot, not too close, not too far. As you can see in the image on the right, the woman's eye level is at 50%, but she's kind of invading my personal space. It's almost jarring because she is so close to her camera. She should maybe take a step back, get a little personal space between her and her viewer. But yeah, the middle shot is where you want to be. She's also doing something important with her wardrobe that I'll touch on in a little bit. So audio, if possible, use a headset, maybe some earbuds. This will dramatically improve the quality of your audio for your recording. Um, audio can kind of be overlooked. You flip open your laptop, you just hit record and you go. Maybe take a step back, think about your lighting, think about your audio, a couple extra aspects that will really improve the quality of your video. This gentleman's using a headset in this instance. He's got that microphone right near his mouth. So providing this is a good headset, that audio will be crisp and clear. Um, my colleague Carrie, who's with us today, she uses a headset with a microphone like that from time to time at home and in the office, and her audio always is crystal clear. So if you have one of these headsets or earbuds with, um, the speakers right here, it'll give you just clean, crisp, high quality audio. If you want to go out and purchase a microphone for yourself to improve your quality of audio, great. This is a CAD audio USB microphone. It isolates the main audio source, which is you. You want to probably have this set up just off camera, right here to the left or to the right of your laptop. It'll eliminate the popping of the P's, if you've ever heard that expression. The microphone is right on them, and they're talking about, a lot of terminology that has a lot of P's in it. It'll pop the P's. This will eliminate that, especially if you keep, your microphone maybe about a foot away, not terribly close to yourself. In this instance, that'll eliminate the P's. Mixed reviews, 3.5 stars. There's a potential little bit of hum in this on this microphone. Probably because it's only $24.99. You kind of get what you pay for. It's on the cheaper side. Comes with a USB and a mic stand and the microphone as well. But if this is all you can afford, then this would be a great option for you as opposed to just using the ambient noise or the microphone in your laptop. I like this one a lot. This is the Samsung Go microphone. Comes in this nice little case. It's compact, portable, can clip onto any laptop computer. It sits right over your camera. So when you're speaking directly into the microphone without anybody really knowing it, which is awesome. It's great for recording your voice, music, or podcasts. Podcasts are becoming very popular, especially during the pandemic. A lot of people were home. They had an idea. They started creating podcasts. The great reviews on this one, 4 stars on Amazon. really review those reviews. The more reviews, the better. The more information you have on a product, the better. I do that when I purchase anything for extended learning at Oswego. I try to get other people's feedback and use those reviews to kind of help yourself pick out the product that's right for you. Audio quality is great on this. They're very good. This is a little more expensive. It's currently about $37 on Amazon. This is a snowball microphone. It obviously looks like a little snowball, but they come in various colors as well. This plugs into your USB input on your computer. It's compatible with any computer. Will pick up audio mainly in front of the microphone. So a lot of my colleagues in extended learning will have this just off to the left or to the right. And it comes with its own tripod. I came from news. I worked in television news for 19 years. I noticed a lot of people, my reporter friends, using this as their voiceovers for their news stories. Um, it was just an extra layer that they used to kind of fill in the blanks between sound bites in their news packages. They use this a lot to put their stories together for the news broadcast that you see on your television. Great reviews on this, 4.5 stars, currently about $43. There's a few of my colleagues in extended learning as well that have these on their desks. They use them for their webcams and their Zoom meetings. Excuse me. Wardrobe. Going back to that woman in the fuchsia pink blouse. Great color. Looks fabulous on camera. Uh, if you're home, maybe on a weekend, you want to put together a video, don't just roll out of bed like this woman did in her bathrobe. Open your laptop and go. Think about it. What am I going to wear? I'm presenting myself to my students, right? I'm thinking about, I want to look professional, even though I'm at home. Try to avoid stripes, sheer patterns. Bathrobes are not recommended. Dress professionally. Use colors that really pop, like solid blues, solid greens, solid reds, especially if you're using the natural light like this woman is that I talked about. I will give her props for that. And orange is great. Any solid colors, I would recommend. If on the off chance you have a green screen at home, do not wear green. You'll look like a ghost. You'll have the floating head. You do not wear green for a green screen. If you notice all the weather people on the news, they never wear green because they're standing and presenting the weather for you in front of a green screen. White is also a great color. In this gentleman's instance, he is not using his computer screen anymore as his key light. He brought maybe over a lamp or a ring light. He's using that as his key light now, but he's wearing a white shirt, right? So what that's doing is it's bouncing that extra light off his shirt and illuminating his chin and his neck area. So that's also a great color. And as I mentioned, as the slide says, solid colors are also a great choice, an excellent choice. White is also fine. If you're using scripts, if you want to write down some thoughts, maybe write a paragraph of something you want to get across to your students, practice, practice, practice. Maybe read it 3, 4 times. If you want to maybe have a little stand off to your left or your right of your laptop, have it there for you, but practice just to kind of get it into your head, drill it into your head. Like an actor, they prepare their lines. They don't just kind of wing it and get out on stage and present themselves. You're presenting yourself in a professional manner. You want to practice, practice, practice. And if you hit record and you stumble a little bit, if you're dissatisfied, do it again if you have the time. Normally, you just probably wouldn't bang out a video in 3 minutes. Maybe you have a half hour set aside to yourself. Give yourself a couple takes, pick the best take, and then put that up into your course platform or wherever it's going to be, YouTube, etc. You're editing your own video, whether it's in your office, on your campus, at home. A couple recommendations for editing is iMovie, Movie Maker, which is available at the link there. Panopto is also a great choice. We use that at Oswego. It's a very simple cut a certain segment out. It'll slide together. Just a very simple cut and paste. I use Adobe Premiere Pro. We have a few licenses on our campus. There's a lot of effects and things that you can do with Adobe Premiere Pro, especially if you're using Panopto and you have a 6-minute clip of yourself and you don't like minute 3 to 4 and you cut that out, smash it together. You have something called a jump cut where the first clip ends here, the second clip starts here. So you're jumping, your face is jumping from here to here. If possible, maybe put a nice little soft dissolve in there so it's not as jarring to the viewer, or a wipe, something that transitions from that first 3-minute chunk to that second 3-minute chunk. Just a little simple transition between shots to enhance the quality of your video. A couple basic transitions are usually included in all of these things here. So definitely look into that. One new additional tool we have on campus at SUNY Oswego is our light board. It was assembled just a few years ago in 2019, and it's available for any instructor to use. It resides in Lanigan Hall, which is currently where our school of communications is. This television studio is where a lot of students produce their broadcasts for certain shows for their classes that they have on campus. It has wheels on it. It slides in and out when I need to use it with faculty. The light board just allows teaching and learning to become more visual and effective. If there's a topic that these professors are trying to get across to their students and they're just not grabbing it, this is a way for them to post a little 3-minute video. Maybe students can have the attention span of a 3-minute piece instead of a 60-minute lecture, where it allows instructors to create more human online videos, but still are close to a face-to-face experience, but maybe in a shorter amount of time where students can grasp that topic that you're trying to get across to them. So we have a video clip here from Dr. Sarah Bonzo. She's an associate professor in the School of Business here at SUNY Oswego. She is going to teach us a little bit, a lesson here that I'm going to play for you guys right now.
And here, we always want to, when we do the forward pass, we're going to be filling out the top 2 quadrants here in each node, and we're going to use a max rule to help us fill out these top 2 quadrants. This is going to be the earliest time, or the earliest start time of this activity, and this is going to be the earliest possible time we can finish this activity. So let's walk through this. This will make more sense once we actually walk through it. So here, activity A, this is going to start at time 0. So it starts at time 0, and then we know it's going to take about 4 months to complete this activity, so we just do 0 plus 4, and we put a 4 in here. So the earliest time we can start activity A is at time 0. The earliest possible time we can finish it is going to be at 4 months. So now we know again that B and C cannot start until A is complete, so we're going to bring that 4 months right over here. Because we know that B can't start until A is complete, so the earliest possible time we could start activity B is going to be 4 months. We add the duration for this activity, which is 3 months, and that's going to give us a 7 here, which is the earliest possible time we could finish activity B. And we're going to pull this 4 over here to activity C as well, plus 6. The earliest time we could finish activity C is going to be at 10 months.
So that's Sarah's clip on the critical path method. During the fall semester, I worked with Dr. Mamta Saxena in the School of Education, and I produced 6 6 videos with her on various topics, various lessons that she wanted to get across. So she wants to work with me again. There's also Dr. Jessica Harris. She would like to produce a video or two with me as well. She saw this tool the last time I presented this. She's interested in doing a few Lightboard videos as well. So it's becoming a pretty popular tool on campus. So as I said, I'm the academic videographer on campus, and I help produce high quality professional videos for online courses, course introductions, instructor bios, highlight what the course is about and who you are. Um, and part of the process is either I can ask you a certain set list of questions that I pre-share with you in advance, or I can pre-share the questions with you in advance and you can write a script based on those questions. So the questions flow real nicely together. And what I'll do is edit the questions out and have your answers flow together. And I'll upload them into a teleprompter that I mount on the front of my camera. That's becoming a very popular tool. I would say of the shoots I do with faculty, 80 to 90% use the teleprompter. It just gives you a more polished feel to your videos. It eliminates the ums, the ahs, the run-on sentences, the people wondering like what they're going to say next. It just gives a clear, concise way of presenting your video. I just ask that if you're developing a script, share your script with me a day in advance. That'll help me eliminate the questions and be able to give me some time to upload that to the tablet that rests in the glass in our teleprompter. Going back to Sarah's presentation of the critical path method, one thing you'll notice is that to the viewer, she's writing, you, the viewer, see it perfectly. When I'm recording that, everything is backwards. It's written correctly for Sarah as she's writing it. But to me, who's recording it on the other side of the glass, everything is backwards. So I'll take that video clip of that recording, I'll bring it back to my laptop or my desktop, and in Premiere Pro, I'll use something called a horizontal flip. So it'll take that image and flip it around for you, the viewer, so you can see what Sarah is writing perfectly. Just a little trick. Since arriving on campus in May of 2016, I've produced nearly, almost there, 500 high-quality videos for online courses and programs. A lot of my colleagues in extended learning are coming up with a few great ideas for some of the programs that we offer. In fact, I have another one coming up with one of our academic planning coordinators coming up here in the spring semester. So I can shoot those videos as well. Videos can be shot anywhere on campus, whether it's a conference room. I have a few locations that I book certain rooms on campus for us to shoot. Faculty's offices is also well, or a nice quiet space on campus. I live in the Syracuse area. If people are more comfortable shooting at our Syracuse campus downtown, and they live in the Syracuse area, they can meet me there. There's a lot of quiet spaces. A lot of the classes we offer at our Syracuse campus are at night. So there's a lot of quiet time during the day for us to shoot videos there. It's a nice alternative if you don't want to drive maybe 40 minutes or 50 minutes to the main campus. If you're interested in working with me, here's a QR code that can help you with that. The Academic Videographer Request QR code. It's a simple Google form with a few nuts and bolts questions on the project and what you're interested in shooting with me. Just going to leave this up for a second, take a quick sip of coffee. We'll move on to the next slide. Are there any questions at this time? Yeah. go back to the Zoom and check that.
Do you have any suggestions for when you're shooting something that requires zoom or pan or camera movement of any sort in the middle of the lecture or the talk?
Michael, are you talking about like something you're producing at home or like in a studio somewhere?
Yes, at home.
Um, in the home setting, I try to, you can always put in a transition, right? And if it just like if it's jarring to you, it's going to be jarring to the students. So I would say a pan is okay, maybe a wipe, something just very basic and simple. I wouldn't get too crazy where you have 20 different spots where you want to put a transition. If it's a jump cut, like I mentioned in the presentation, maybe just put a simple dissolve. Um, I use a lot of dissolves, but I find it's not always appropriate in certain settings. Maybe I'll just use a white flash where it's just a little clip of white. It'll just pop and give me that transition from one shot to another. I would say go on the simpler side than try to make it, you know, super over the top or um, obviously you have an idea of your student base. So um, if they like a lot of that stuff, fine. But I would try to maybe limit the amount of variations of transitions. But good question. Thank you. Anybody else?
Yeah, hi, thank you for this presentation.
Thank you, Ben.
Yeah, please, are we likely going to get the slides?
Yes,
Okay,
I can share that with you. There might be, hold on a second. I can definitely share them with you. Um, I'll just create, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Okay. Um, I will shoot them to you, Ben, right after this presentation. That will not be a problem. And if there's anybody else who would like the slide deck as well, just please reach out to me. It's just jason.hi@oswego.edu. I'd be happy to share them with you. Um, there's, I hope you learned a little something, maybe something you haven't thought about. Just that's what all these sessions are about, learning and growing and, learning new things. It's great that John offers these on so many different topics over the next week or so. It's great for our faculty and others under certain other campuses now. So I really appreciate your time. It's a little bit early, so there's a few minutes extra, but you know, one more thing in the chat. Oh, Emily, yes, thank you. Thank you, Emily. I appreciate your time and joining us today. And everybody, thank you for joining me. And you guys have a great day.
Is I have another question.
Oh, sure, Michael. Sure.
Is there a timeline that we should follow before, if we wanted to contact you about shooting anything with your help? Like, do you need 24 hours advance? And is there like a timeline for how long it usually takes to, you know, get everything that's been compiled, all edited together and so forth afterwards?
So great question, Michael. So as an example, like, oh, I have 3 new courses starting in the spring. Maybe reach out to me in middle of October or early November because there's a lot of other projects that I'm being asked to do, and I definitely want to give you enough time. I don't want to just shoot it, edit everything quick, get it back to you. I'd rather have give me some time to really fine tune it, right? And I want to find a time that's mutual for us, that we can. Usually, it takes a couple weeks to set something up at a location or with your schedule or mine. I still do a little bit of telecommuting from home. So I can get, maybe 6 to 8 weeks notice. That'd be great. I'm reaching out to faculty now at the beginning of our spring semester and setting things up, maybe 2 or 3 weeks from now. And then I'll continue on that process all the way through the spring semester and get me into the summer. So that's maybe the time frame. And I forgot your second question. I apologize.
Is there like a timeline for the after? Like how long it usually takes to get everything all edited and touched up and everything?
Perfect. Yes. So it depends on the size of the project. If it's, oh, I just have this one course and an instructor bio. Um, Depending on if I have a lot on my plate, that'll usually take maybe 2 weeks to just take those 2 videos. But I'm working with a gentleman next week who I haven't worked with in 6 years. So that's part of my project now, is to go back to my original top of my spreadsheet. And it's been 6 years. So I'm going back and we're reshooting his original content. But since then, he's teaching 4 new courses now. So his project is 6 or 7 videos. So his project has grown, which is great. He wants to shoot his old content and new. So it really depends on the size of his project. Being a 6 to 7 video project, that would probably take 3 to 4 weeks. Being a 2 to 3 video project, that would take, a week or two. I definitely try to get them back to you as soon as possible. Part of that process for me is when they're done, I usually drop them into Panopto, a folder that I create in Panopto that we use here at Oswego. And I will physically go back into each video in that folder, check the captioning of every single video, go through and edit those captions for you before I share the folder with you. So they will be nice and tight caption-wise, nearly 100%, capitalizations, periods, commas, misspellings, terminology that the captioning just didn't pick up. Panopto does a great job. Probably about 96% originally when you drop it into Panopto, and then I try to clean up the remaining 4%. So that's also on the back end of getting it back to you, is one step that I do for you. That way you don't have to do it, and everything is nice and clean and neat caption-wise as well. So that helps you. All right, everybody. Well, great question, Michael and Ben, and thank you for joining me, Emily. I really appreciate it. Hopefully you learn about some of my services on campus. And please send me those any requests that you have for any work, or if you'd like to work with me, I'd really appreciate it. Thanks for joining me today, guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jason. And thanks to everyone for stopping in.
Thank you. Have a good day, everyone.
Thank you. Okay, I will stop the recording.
Thanks, John. Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you. Good turn.